Welcome, guys, to the first preseason power rankings of fantasy football for the boys.
Season 3.
Season 3. It's going to be a great season. I'm feeling it. Credit to Tony and Austin. They gave me the idea to make the video. They do that for their other league. And I've got 2 people in the league in my house, so we thought we'd do one for the preseason power rankings.
Get in there very quick.
Yeah. Okay. So first, we're going to start off with the biggest reaches of the draft.
Why are we okay?
So we're going. Brian Darling here picked Jordan Reed at 71, and his current average draft position and standard is 156.
Good pick, Brian.
Yeah, he has a concussion right now.
I mean, Jordan Reed he's injury prone, but when he's healthy,
he's concussion prone. Like he's gonna have CTE.
When he's healthy, when has he ever been healthy?
He's gonna go to jail, turn gay, and then kill himself.
The reason he took Jordan Reed was this tight end started to go, and he panicked.
Okay, well that's his fault.
All right, Brian. Brian had a little panic pick, but that's okay. Team Low Pump took LaShawn at 52, and his average draft position right now is 101.
Well, when you know, you know.
When you know, you know. Right before that, the big news broke about LaShawn possibly taking the running back 1 job of the Kansas City Chiefs. A lot of things rolling around. It was right in the draft, and he took a pick. I'm not going to hate on that. It might pan out for him. Might not. I have the other side of that coin and Damian Williams on my team, so I'm obviously rooting for that to fail. But we'll see how it goes.
It's not a backfield you want to be a part of.
The number 1 offense in the league. I don't know why you don't want to be a part of that. Okay. Team Joe sucks off Austin. That's Austin, obviously. He took Jimmy Graham at 99, and his current average draft position is 164. I talked to Austin personally about this one. He said he believes in Jimmy. He's going to have a bounce-back year. So, I mean...
How old is Jimmy?
Jimmy is currently... I mean, I can look it up right now. I'm going to say 32.
The same guy that was in New Orleans, though.
Yeah, that was
back when
that was 4
Katrina
years
hit.
ago. Jimmy Graham is currently 32, so I was right.
Well, he looks
definitely
ugly.
past his prime, but in the new offense, I can see where Austin sees the hype and took him a little bit early, 70 picks early.
Is he still in Green Bay?
Yeah,
He's still in Green Bay. Where else would
He
he be?
didn't do anything last year in Green Bay.
New offense. The fat guy's gone.
Wow.
Fell the farthest. T.Y. Hilton, obviously because of Andrew Luck retirement.
It's a great pick.
This guy took T.Y.
Great pick.
First to take a kicker, I thought I'd add this one in. Just because I thought Joe was really dumb and took the New Orleans Saints kicker Will Lutz in round 9.
Wow.
Imagine not even if you're gonna take a kicker, take Justin Tucker. If you're gonna take a kicker in the 9th round,
the
take
Atlanta
Justin
kicker.
Tucker.
I don't know who got Matt Bryant, but that's a steal of a pick because we all know they play their first 13 games in a dome.
Yeah.
That's insane. First to take a defense, Team Low Pump took Chicago's defense.
I was going
to
to take them at pick 6 in round 7, but they got picked number 5, so I went with Peyton Barber.
I
Both
that works
awful
out.
picks in the 7th round,
No.
so it doesn't really matter.
No, and I will explain why Peyton Barber's good once we get to Devin Singletary.
Okay. So the last thing was dumbest keeper. I thought I'd throw this in. Aaron Rodgers, definitely the dumbest keeper.
Easily the dumbest keeper.
Unless Team Low Pump kept Drew Brees like he was supposed to, but that's a whole other thing. Okay.
Yeah, and Joe Short.
Okay. So now we're going to go into the actual power rankings here. Team 14, I'm going to go ahead and reveal it right now.
Ranked last.
We have got Team Low Pump. What I like about this team, there's not much. I mean, he did the best he was dealt with. He had the 2 obviously worst keepers when he was keeping Chris Godwin and
Drew
Brees, and then he somehow finagled
Robert Woods and Drew Brees.
Yeah, I got
Robert Woods and Drew Brees, and he somehow. So what we like about this team, right off the bat, I think Aaron Jones, solid pick. I was targeting him. I think he took him a couple picks ahead of me. That was a great pick. LaShawn McCoy, the big reach that we were talking about earlier, that's a big part of this thing if it pans out. DJ Moore, great pick.
Can I say something?
You can say something.
Who the fuck is Ryquell Armstead?
Jacksonville running back Ryquell Armstead, man. I mean,
Fournette's prone to the injury.
I mean, he's prone to the injury. We all know that. So that's a great stash. I like it. Nick Foles running the offense. It's going to be a lot of touchdowns. Jack Doyle, John Brown. I like those. So this team, I mean, it's pretty deep. Let's go back to the power rankings.
I mean, it's pretty deep at kicker considering it's.
So his bench rank is number 10. That's not that bad for the league wide.
Did you do this after the Amari Cooper drop?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So his defense is number 1. He took Chicago number 1. We like it. Team Lil Pump, I think he's just trying to avoid the SAT at this point. Anything can happen, though, as we've seen from last season when Jack Darling was ranked number 1 in the power rankings going into the season and ended up taking the SAT. Or not taking the SAT. What just happened there? Okay. All right. Number 13, team is Devontae Freeman sucks. So newcomer, yeah, it was tough
but
for him.
Newcomer won the league last year.
That's true. So Austin
out
surprised
yet.
everyone, and he came out with a win last year.
3 newcomers were in the playoffs, so we can't count Dad out.
We're not counting him out, definitely. Kerryon Johnson, great keeper pick, I thought, to trade down in the draft to keep Kerryon. He was dealt a tough hand. Antonio Brown looked like a solid keeper. All the drama, all the foot freezing stuff.
Did you see Antonio Brown said he would? He called the Raiders the devil because they fined him.
Yeah, he was pissed about the $54,000 fine.
Lots of drama going on there. He's got Zach Ertz. That's a great steal.
My favorite position, my favorite player he got was Hunter Renfrow.
Really?
The slot wide receiver out of
because
Oakland.
he's on Hard Knocks?
Yeah.
I hate the Tom
He's
Brady
got
pick.
3 guys on the Raiders.
It's a big Raiders guy this year.
I mean, he had to keep Antonio Brown.
Well, yeah.
Tom Brady, I hate that pick. Going to be not even a top 20 fantasy quarterback this year.
He's going to win games
he'll
in real
probably
life,
win
but
games.
he's not winning any fantasy games.
He'll probably win games, not in Miami, but he'll win games elsewhere.
I like the James Washington pick.
Washington, great pick. His bench is looking pretty strong. What is it ranked at? His bench is ranked 13th.
How do you think his bench looks strong? Who does he have?
He has Dante Pettis. I mean,
He has one guy on his bench, Steven.
Okay.
Who, Derek Carr?
I like the bench. It could pan out. Tight end, obviously he's top 2 in the position.
With Zach Ertz, yeah.
Yeah, he's number 3. That's great. That's pretty much it for his team. It looks solid. I don't think 13 is where he's going to end up. As long as he makes some good waiver wire pickups throughout the season, I think Devontae Freeman can definitely turn the season around. Big old TDs at number 12.
He's up a few spots from last year.
What can we say about big old TDs that hasn't been said already? This guy was the subject of a lot of turmoil during the offseason. But somehow he's still in the league. So,
down to
honestly had the best off season you could imagine. You come in last, you're thinking you're going to take the SAT, you end up with no punishment and the first overall pick. I mean, and somehow makes a deal for Tyreek Hill
and Todd Gurley.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He's retooled his whole offense. He's coming at a whole new different approach this year. He's got the young guy quarterback, Kyler Murray.
Kyler Murray is overrated.
Overrated, agree.
I think he's going to have a good year.
No, he will not.
Dude,
he's fucking 4'3". That's shorter than Joe.
Definitely. Philip Lindsay, I think that was a great pick. People are sleeping on him.
He's going to be awful.
I think he's going to get replaced by Royce Freeman. Yeah.
I don't think he's going to get replaced, but I think he's going to do terrible compared to last year.
Plus, you don't want a light-skinned running back.
Strong point of Jack's team, I definitely think, is the kicker. I think he's going to have...
Jack's got a great kicker, that's for
Kyrie
sure.
Fairbairn's great kicker.
Jack has pretty good receivers.
Good leg.
I would say.
What,
yeah.
Tyreek straight? Yeah,
Tyreek and Standard,
1.
best wide receiver in Standard by far. I mean, there's no doubt about it.
I think Sterling Shepard's going to do well.
Bench is
can't just
definitely...
chuck it up to Odell.
I mean, he might have the worst...
Else.
I think he has the worst bench in the league. I don't think there's a...
Yeah.
I like Darren Waller.
He
I
took
think he's
Gary
got potential.
Jennings Jr.
Gary Jennings, bad pick.
He didn't even go to high school with him. I'm pretty sure you graduated before that. Douchebag.
Yeah, but I don't think the bench is going to have a lot to contribute this season.
Do nothing.
I think his starting lineup is definitely top 7 as far as preseason goes.
No.
Oh my gosh.
No. His best player on his bench is suspended because
I said starting
kids.
lineup.
Oh.
Okay.
Fuck
Jack,
kids.
another great draft by you.
You can tell it's by him because it's just awful.
All right, number 11, we have team Megan McCaskey fucks.
Oh, the
Wow, will this be the year that Joe finally makes it in the top half of the league?
Will Joe be ranked single digits by the end of the year for the first time?
I don't know, but we had...
Can he win 6 games?
You know, he is a good kicker.
He took 2 awards, the dumbest keeper and first to take a kicker. So that's not a great way to start your team.
Joe did not learn from his last year's mistake of keeping Aaron Rodgers.
He didn't.
He kept Rodgers last year too.
Yeah, I don't know
I mean,
why.
when you're a diehard Chiefs head, you got to. I know.
It's unfortunate.
Joe's going to back that one up by saying Rodgers is winning MVP, but
I mean, he might. I don't know, but that's.
You also could have got him in the 5th round. So.
Yeah. It just didn't make sense to anyone. Looking at his team, Devontae Adams. I mean, that's solid.
Oh my gosh,
obviously,
does he have a running back?
He has Austin Eckler.
Austin Eckler, I think, is a great pickup.
Okay.
Actually.
No, I think-
Eckler's good.
I think
Eckler's
Austin
good.
Eckler is awful.
And he's got Melvin Gordon. If Melvin Gordon signs elsewhere, this could be one of the best lineups in the league.
He's not signing elsewhere. Melvin Gordon's done for the
Jared
year.
Cook, I got a big question mark above Jared Cook, but he could pan out. I don't know. Marvin Jones Jr. Okay.
His running backs are weak.
Running backs are definitely weak.
Royce
Carlos Hyde,
Freeman
I don't think that's anything to
James
happen there.
White. Carlos Hyde's. I don't think he's gonna get the early down work in Houston, but
It's
I
Duke
don't think
Johnson's
it's gonna be-
backfield.
It's
I don't
Duke
think
Johnson's
it's gonna be
backfield to
productive.
lose. I don't think there's any doubt there.
Yeah.
Eagles defense,
If
I love
Melvin-
that this year. Going up against Haskins
that's Keenum
twice. I mean, whatever. Same thing. And then the Giants, I mean,
right now. Yeah,
not bad.
that's a couple easy
Not bad.
games.
Yep.
If
Great.
Gordon signs elsewhere, he could be in.
I think Joe
good standing,
honestly
but-
had a good draft. I think besides
It was
keeping Aaron
huge. If
Rodgers,
he didn't get Eckler, he would have
His-
probably been 14th.
yeah, his running backs are weak.
Because with Melvin Gordon in the question mark, you don't. Yeah,
I don't know. I don't think Melvin Gordon's coming back this year.
I don't
think.
either.
I don't think so. But he has him for a keeper next year if he signs to a different team.
yeah. Like Joe's not going to keep 2 Packers.
Yeah.
Come on, let's
All right.
not kid ourselves.
All right. Now at number 10 we have two Kittle too late.
Who the hell is that?
That's Michael
Mancini.
Mancini,
Oh,
a
God.
staple of this league. It's gonna be different for Michael this year because he can't just do the old strategy.
You can't lose the first 3 weeks. Get the best 3.
Get the best keeper-
three waiver
best
picks,
waiver
and then
picks
go
for
on
the-
a run.
It's not gonna happen this year. Obviously, last year it happened with
how he got
Calvin
Kittle.
Ridley,
That's how he got.
and he got Kittle.
Yeah.
This year it's not gonna happen that way. So we'll see how it plays out.
The only good part about his starting lineup are his 2 receivers and tight end.
His tight end is top 3 in the league because he has
Definitely.
George Kittle. The fact that he has
Michael Thomas and Adam Thielen.
both Miami running backs, I think, is atrocious because that is not a backfield you want to be a part of. They're going to be down
disagree.
every week.
I
They're
disagree.
going to be slinging the ball.
Kenny Drake's gonna get a lot of dump offs. I think that was a great pickup. A lot of people are sleeping on Kenny Drake last year. I think he was an RB2 at the end of the season. He was like top 24 or something. It was insane, and people were sleeping on him again this year. I think it was a great pickup by Michael.
Is this guy a Dolphins fan?
Trubisky, I don't know. I have him in another league. I think he'll be okay. We'll see.
No, he's
Um,
ugly.
I don't think Cohen's going to do anything this year.
Bench is
Yeah.
solid all around. I think.
my
a
gosh,
little.
He's got a guy on IR, and his bench is not solid.
Justice Hill, great pickup. I think he's gonna make things happen.
Yeah.
He's gonna make things happen up in Baltimore. Good draft, Michael.
Getting into single digits.
Number 9, we got Breeze between my thighs.
Still don't understand this team name because it's not like Brian owns Drew Brees.
I think he just likes the name.
It's clever. Don't get me wrong.
And the
but
hot dog as the little thing.
That's clever. That
I
is
like
clever.
the hot dog, yeah.
I'll give you that, Brian.
Looking at his team, he's got a hell of a kicker. Justin Tucker at Miami, that's gonna get him some points this weekend. I don't know, but he's got Russell Wilson. I thought that was a great steal. He fell in the draft, I think, a lot more than he should have.
He's got Baker on his bench. Brian's got 2 pretty good quarterbacks.
2 great quarterbacks,
Yeah.
Josh Jacobs and Derrick
I
Henry.
think Josh Jacobs is going to be phenomenal this year. He's going to get a ton of carries.
I don't know. It's a little. He doesn't have like a stud wide receiver or running back. He has
He
Josh
He has
Jacobs.
Freeman and Keenan Allen.
Keenan Allen's good. If Freeman can stay on the field, Freeman's really good.
Because they have no
Because that's a
competition.
high-powered offense, and there's no competition.
I don't know.
I don't know who Terry McLaurin is, but
Okay.
Wow.
Great draft, Brian.
yeah, that's why you're 9th.
Yeah, Steven's been saying great draft for
Because
the
I'm
people
congratulating them, man. It was a fun
the bottom
thing.
6 of the league.
Congrats, guys. Number 8, we
Kyle
have.
made the offseason move of the year, getting the best fantasy football player, Patrick Mahomes. I'm sorry I had to let him go. I really didn't get enough return for him, getting an extra first-round pick. But
Yeah, he didn't use it
I mean,
well.
Yeah. Are
he
you
didn't
serious?
Use it well.
No,
Oh.
or else you'd be ranked number
Let's
1.
not. Shut up. Let's not get into details here about that awful trade that literally might have handed Justin the league if he doesn't blow it. I mean, just an awful trade. Giving a first-round pick for a quarterback in a keeper league was awful. But we're moving on.
I mean, at least if you're going to keep a quarterback, it's Patrick Mahomes and not Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair. But he didn't give up a first-round pick for Aaron Rodgers.
Immediately looking at this team, I see Rashad Penny as his number 2 running back. Lucky for him, he's also the number 2 running back in Seattle.
On his own team.
I think
Great
Latavius
pick
Murray.
Latavius Murray's a great
Great pickup, Kyle. We were all congratulating him on draft day. That's just a great pickup.
He's gonna have the Mark Ingram role there.
Chris
and I
Godwin.
think he's gonna be probably an RB2 by the end of the year.
I think for sure. Chris Godwin,
I think
great
that's a
pickup.
good pick.
Alshon Jeffrey.
He's all right.
There's a lot going on in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
There's too many options.
Too
in
many
Philly.
options.
Yeah.
Too many
Chubb,
mouths to
Chubb's
feed.
gonna be great. Chubb's gonna be good all season. The Kareem Hunt nonsense is just stupid.
Yeah.
I agree.
Um,
He's got a great tight end.
Solid
Or
bench.
Great quarterback.
solid bench in a 14-man league. He's got Latavius, obviously gonna be a stud, and a couple guys that could do something. Eric Ebron might do something.
And he's repping the Tennessee Titans
Ronald
defense.
might do
You
something.
love to see that.
All right.
Yikes.
So Kyle, mediocre draft.
So
Even
everyone
though-
else gets good
everyone
job,
else
but
was
he
good
gets
job.
At
mediocre.
number
Kyle's
7, we
ahead
have
of him.
OJ didn't do it. John
I think he
was
has
on
the-
auto draft.
Honestly, John
He has the
John
best
deserves
two
a round of
keepers.
applause for being on auto draft and still drafting both of his keepers. I think that's phenomenal. I don't
think
know
that was a
how he
great
pulled
pickup.
that off. But great job, John. And I would say he probably has the 2 best keepers in Kamara and
Yeah, he
Julio.
does. I
Going
agree.
into the season, it looks that way. He was on auto draft, so I mean,
I think-
nothing really credit to him, but
His team looks solid.
his team looks solid. I don't think Julian Edelman's going to be special in standard. I think he's below average.
Bills' defense is a great
Stephon
pick.
Diggs is a great
Bills is a good
flex.
defense.
Bills,
Deshaun
great
Watson's a great
defense.
quarterback. D.D. Westbrook, I think, is really good
Adam
off the
Hump,
bench.
yeah, D.D. Westbrook
I
on
like
the bench.
D.D. Westbrook a lot.
That's making moves right there. Deshaun, great, yeah.
But let's not overlook the fact that he has 2 running backs, and his third and only other running back is the
Jalen
backup in Oakland. That could hurt him,
Yeah, but
I mean, he's
he's
behind
only
a
going to
rookie.
play once
Yeah.
for buys. That's it.
I guess.
So Benz doesn't mean
Unless
shit.
injuries happen, I mean.
Injuries
it
don't
happens.
happen. It's a government conspiracy.
Number 6, we have Joe sucks off Austin.
Oh,
I think Austin had a great draft. He took Ben Roethlisberger. That's a great pickup.
Ben's very
Two
undervalued.
stud running backs, Le'Veon and James Conner. I mean, and Marlon Mack. That's another just steal for him.
no. Marlon Mack's
I
going to
don't,
drop
I
off
don't
because of
think
no
Marlon
luck.
Mack's going to do as well without luck.
Okay,
in
he's
the
not going to do
offense.
as well, but as a flex in a 14-man league, I think it's good.
He's got AJ Green in his back pocket, too.
Yeah.
I mean, Austin's going to make a run for a two-peat here. I think is a great draft by Austin. A little underrated from the power rankings. The model doesn't like AJ Green being out and Kareem Hunt and all that, but
Yeah, I'm sure the Kareem Hunt hurt him in the model.
it did hurt him a lot.
The tight end position, he's really banking on.
He's
Jimmy
ranked number
Graham.
2 at running back. He could have a solid case for number 1.
He's definitely banking on.
Wide
Jimmy
receiver
Graham.
ranked 14.
Yeah,
I
Robbie
would say
Anderson
so.
and Mike
Yeah.
Williams.
Mike Williams is good,
Yeah,
but
he does have
Mike
the worst
Williams is
receiver.
more of a wide
But in a
receiver,
standard
too.
league, that's not the worst thing to have is if you have the best running backs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So, and a great bench.
tight end, he's ranked
That's
worse
4.
too.
Number 5, we have. Remember your Andy effing Dalton.
Who the hell is that?
This is
Tony.
Tony. We were on a bid back and forth in the draft. He was great doing that. I thought he had a spectacular draft once again. Travis Kelce, Saquon Barkley.
He's got the best running back.
That's
in
your
the
team
league.
right there. Yeah, that's your team. Brandon Cooks, Darius guys. These are all solid players. I don't think he's got the best tight end in football right now. I don't think there's.
Go back
A,
to his team. Let me see his bench.
Andy's white.
Justin Jackson
He
can
is.
do well too.
bench is a little thin. I like Justin Jackson. I like McCole Hardman. I was trying to get McCole Hardman.
Miles Boykin's sleeper.
Thought it was good.
Hollywood Brown, but Lamar can't throw.
Great draft, Tony. Might make another run at a playoff spot this year. Number 4, we have the Bulldozer. I mean, what a great draft!
I mean, it
had.
sounds
We need
like
to
it's a little
dissect
biased,
this team. We
'cause
need to
this
dissect
team
this
is
team.
Hey, I had nothing to do with this. It
This
was
is
the
a
model.
little biased.
It was the model.
Oh my gosh,
All
this
right,
team's
I'll
bad.
withhold. I'll be silent for this.
All right, so we'll go position by position. So looking
Okay.
at his quarterback, Josh Allen.
I mean, the
and
guy
Jared
looks
Goff.
great in shorts. He's got an arm, but he can't tame it.
No, I've been watching every Bills preseason game. I've seen every throw Josh Allen has made, and he's put some touch on his passes.
There it is.
He is leading us to 10-6 in a wild card
I
spot.
know.
So
Josh
how many
Allen,
yards is he going to throw for when there's 4 feet of snow on the field?
I'm in 4 leagues.
6,000.
I'm in 4 leagues, and I have Josh Allen in all but 1. I was super sad I couldn't get him in all 4. But
All right, running backs. Ezekiel Elliott, you're lucky he came back.
You're real lucky he signed. You're very lucky he signed.
Running back 2, Damian Williams. Let me tell you about this man.
That's a good
Damian
pick.
Williams
That's a
has
good pick.
upside. He definitely has the upside being in that high-powered offense. But Andy Reid bringing LaShawn McCoy back in,
A familiar face.
a very familiar
Yeah.
face. I don't know. Damian Williams is a question mark.
Yeah, and he has health
I think he
issues,
might have
too.
reached a little bit on that one.
I think I heard he had polio.
Okay.
Juju, big on Juju. I'm
Cooper
a big
Kupp.
Juju guy.
Cooper Kupp's a good
I-
wide receiver, too, and
Yeah.
he's white,
He is.
which I really approve of in this league today.
What are my wide receivers ranked? 6.
Yeah,
not
that's
bad.
fair enough. Tight end
Evan
wise,
Ingram. He went Evan Ingram and O.J. Howard.
Back to back.
He's really hoping that some of you guys are going to be stupid and trade for one of these tight ends.
And I have a 3rd sleeper tight end if anyone
He's
wants.
really hoping that you guys
If
are going
anyone's
to give
looking
him
at
an
other
RB1.
leagues, if you want a tight end, look at my 3rd tight end.
there's nothing really to say about this team. It's
Will
average.
Fuller.
I don't
Will
know.
Fuller.
It's average.
What I'm not huge on is the fact that he has 2 receivers from Houston and 2 receivers from Pittsburgh. So
Those are offenses I want to be a part of. I don't
when
know.
are you ever going to play both of them?
I don't know.
Trade me.
If one starts doing a lot better than the other one, I guess. I don't know. If one gets hurt.
Overall, it's an average team.
Darrell Henderson, good stash. I like Darrell Henderson.
Todd Gurley's not lasting the whole season.
I think this is probably a bottom 4 team, though, to be honest.
Okay.
In a
Albert Wilson.
14-man
Albert
league.
Wilson, the number 1 wide receiver at Miami, the speedster, makes plays on the ball and off the ball.
That's a really good offense that I want a lot of stake in.
Thank you. All right. Moving on to number 3. We have Team The Unrivaled. Haven't taken a deep dive into this team.
He has McCaffrey and
Michael
Dalvin Cook,
Moran had a great draft. I know that. Good job, Michael.
Traded for Dalvin Cook in the offseason.
which I think worked out for me.
All right, Jameis.
He's fantasy.
Oh,
points.
he has Matt Ryan too, so that's good.
That's 2 great
Because
quarterbacks.
Jameis is undervalued. I think he
is.
doesn't he throws picks, but
But he also throws touchdowns.
he throws a ton of yards and he throws touchdowns, and he's got the rushing aspect to help you out a little bit.
He's got Greg the Leg. That's always a plus.
Surprised
And his
Joe
running backs
passed on
are
him
his
in the
running backs are
background.
actually ranked number 1.
I would agree.
Yeah,
Christian McCaffrey, Dalvin Cook, and
And
Sonny
Sony
Michel.
Michel, I would definitely.
You
Yeah.
can't beat that.
If Sony Michel can
Stay healthy.
he's easily got
Same
the
with
best running
Dalvin
backs.
Cook.
Yeah, if Sony and Dalvin, Sony's got mini Todd Gurley knees, but if he can stay healthy, he's a monster.
I don't
Especially
agree.
Brady can't throw the ball more than 10 yards in the regular season anymore either. So
I don't agree that he is the number 1 bench. I think he looks really weak.
Maybe Matt Ryan skewed the rankings a little
Well,
bit.
with
Yeah,
Tony
I-
Pollard there now,
and
too.
I
Tony
agree.
Pollard.
Tony Pollard, now that Zeke signed, I don't think is
Yeah, we might have
as
to update.
valuable.
We might have to
Yeah.
drop him a few.
Who the
Um,
fuck is Trey Quinn?
Trey Quinn's he's a decent receiver. He was Mr. Irrelevant actually.
Yeah, it was.
A couple years ago, I think, for Washington.
Well, you better hope Greg Olsen and Delaney Walker can stay healthy because they're like 75 years old combined.
Number 2, we've got Catalina Wine Mixon.
I would probably say the best team name in the league.
No, it's a dumb
No,
name.
when you
Such a
Google
dumb name.
fantasy football team names and you stumble
That's what
upon
you
Ask the
that,
commissioner.
and
yeah.
you're
That's
like,
the first
huh,
thing you find.
I got it.
So dumb.
Probably need a wheelchair.
Why don't you just take a
I
step
won't
back?
talk on this one.
All right.
No. You can defend
Quarterback.
yourself.
Quarterback Carson's gonna be average.
If he can stay healthy.
He's gonna get hurt again. Let's be real. Joe Mixon, David Montgomery, 2 great running backs. I don't think Joe Mixon's gonna be like top of the tier like Kamara, Zeke, McCaffrey. He'll be up there.
David
Montgomery's a
Montgomery.
big question mark. I know some people are big on him. He's a question mark though. He's a rookie. Chicago. When's the last time they used a 3-down back like every play? He's gonna be.
Matt Forte.
Tyreek Cohen's gonna be taking.
Cohen's
snaps.
gonna play
And they got
third
Mike.
down.
No,
That's
they
it.
got Mike Davis in there too.
Mike Davis.
Yeah,
is
but they
taking
got
snaps.
Mike Davis in free agency, which is before the draft. They didn't know they
So?
were going to draft Montgomery.
How the
Yep.
fuck do you think they don't know they have a plan to go in there?
Odell-
Like, if
They have a
he's there,
plan,
they'll be
but you don't
getting
know
him.
who you're getting in the third
Odell
round.
and Tyler Lockett. I like Tyler Lockett. Hate Odell.
I like Tyler Lockett more than Odell.
Yeah, I really do. Odell's gonna be garbage this year.
It's not just because he's a homo, but it's because he's a fucking homo.
It is. I mean, he's just not gonna do well in Cleveland. We all know it. Tight end
We all
Hunter
know
Henry.
Boom or bust.
Tight end Hunter Henry, boom or bust. Flex Chris Carson, that's really good.
Yeah.
That's definitely where the extra.
I would
first
say
round-
Carson's probably my running back too, but I only have Montgomery up there because he's playing Thursday.
Yeah, Chris Carson in the flex position when he got the free first round pick, I think that's really what separated him. T.Y. Hilton on the bench.
Phenomenal.
He'll have an okay year, probably get hurt again.
I think he's going to be very boom or bust with Brissett, but he's going to have games where he goes off.
He'll have games, yeah, for sure.
Is it my turn for
Singletary, great pickup. He's
Thank
going to
you.
be a starter. I don't think he's going to be.
I don't think right away
He's
he's
not
going to
be
start.
insane.
By
but
the end of the year, he's going to be the number one guy.
Devin
and Gore's not gonna
Singletary?
do
No.
much. Go for it, Bills guy.
Shut up.
Go for okay. You want me to hear my input on Devin Singletary?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Okay. So do you really trust Matthew Berry when he says Devin Singletary's gonna have a breakout year?
I
did he
trust
say
Matthew
that?
Berry every second of the way, man.
When did he say that?
He's been all over Devin
He's been all
Singletary.
over Singletary. Same with Lucky or Field Yates.
I don't trust them, any of them. They're garbage.
Jalen Samuels is a good pick.
Malcolm Brown, decent. Yeah, he got a free first round pick. What can you say? He got a little bit lucky there. Might win him the championship.
I had to give up the best player in fantasy
And
football.
at number 1, we have Team ...
Oh,
For the second year in a row, last year he was ranked number 2 coming into the season. Didn't finish number 2.
no.
And then this season he's ranked number 1. So this guy knows how to draft. But I don't know.
Okay.
I think
Pull up
part of
my
the
team.
reason that he's up there right now is just because he spent $650 on Amari Cooper.
It's the only reason. He was
I think
before the
he
Amari
was-
Cooper pickup, which
He was way down there.
I think was a great pickup. I mean, Amari Cooper, he's got
We'll see.
He's got the foot problem.
I think it's great. I think it helps. I mean, that's why he's number 1 in the rankings right now. Is because he got a free third rounder, basically.
Okay, just look at this team. David Johnson, Fournette, Hopkins, Robert Woods, and Amari Cooper in a 14-man league.
Fournette's missing games. I've had
No.
Fournette the last 2 years.
Yeah,
He's
Fournette
missing
sucks.
games.
Fournette sucks.
New Jaguars.
Amari
new him.
Cooper, his wide receivers are spectacular. Duke Johnson on the bench, he's great.
I'm not.
I mean,
super
this
high on
is-
Duke. I mean, Duke's gonna play in third downs and
No.
for sure, but they're gonna give Carlos Hyde the goal line carries.
He's got the number 3 ranked running back group and number 1 ranked wide receiver group. It looks like that's pretty much true. His wide receivers.
I would definitely say he has the number 1 wide
anyone,
receivers
no one comes close to his wide
with
receivers.
Hopkins, Woods, and Cooper.
Fournette, Johnson, and Duke Johnson. That's really good as well.
I'm not
Peyton
high on his
Barber.
quarterbacks. Peyton Barber is a bum.
Peyton
Yeah,
Barber
Peyton Barber.
is the steal of the draft. Have you heard Matthew Berry say anything about Peyton Barber? No, so he's not a bust.
Kirk Cousins might be a bust. We'll see.
Kirk
Well, I've
Cousins,
also
I'm
got
not
Phillip
high on.
Rivers. Phillip Rivers too. Okay, so L.A. loses Melvin Gordon. Austin Eckler cannot replace that. So Phillip Rivers is going to have to air it out more, especially with Hunter Henry back. So red zone targets go up. Keenan Allen, Mike Williams. They lose Tyrell, but who the fuck cares? They still have Travis Benjamin for speed. Phillip Rivers, click his name.
Why?
Just do it.
Dude, I'm wrapping this up.
No, click Phillip Rivers.
Where is he? There he is. Boom.
Finished last year as what? Quarterback 11?
Yeah, played for me 1 game
So
because I got Mahomes in the 12th round.
QB 11, I will take that when I can just rely on my running backs and wide receivers.
Yeah, great draft by
I'm
Nick.
not high on
Amari
the
Cooper
Joker.
pickup is going to be great for him. I think he's done with the auction. He's done with the waiver. So
Shout out to the person who drafted for me. I
This
only did the
might
first
this
3
might be
picks.
how his season goes after an
Yeah.
injury.
It's gonna be. He's gonna have some question marks to see how he handles the rest
So
of the
that's
year.
it.
with
That's it
$50.
for the preseason rankings. The newcomers, Devontae Freeman. He's the only one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the only one. Let's see if he can keep up to speed with all this. Someone's gonna have to take the SAT this year. Might be Jack Darling. That's my pick. Is anyone else have any pick for the SAT this year?
Team Low Pump.
Team Lil Pump
Or the Bulldozer.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean that guy's team sucks.
Okay.
I'm
All right.
honestly though, I'm hoping it's Joe. I think we're all hoping it's Joe.
Yeah, it'd be pretty funny if it was Joe.
They'd be like, you can't take the SAT. You're only 13 years old.
All right, that does it. Does it.